Hello everyone and welcome back to this series of videos on the Solow growth model. Specifically in this video, we are going to focus on graphing, so creating a graph in order to explain the capital evolution and reaching the steady state and how it actually happens. Sometimes having a graph really helps the visualization of mechanisms in general. So of course, we are going to start with our capital accumulation equation. Specifically, we are going to be working with per worker terms. So for anyone that is wondering why, for example, this production function is in the format a short small f with just kt and we don't have the usual lt inside the parentheses, it's because we are referring to capital per worker available. So we've basically divided through by LT, sorry. And let's now see what we're going to do. We're going to plot capital tomorrow as our dependent variable. So here on the y-axis, it's as if we are talking about anything that happens in the subsequent period, in period t+1 tomorrow, while our independent variable is going to be capital today. So kt. And we're going to start by drawing a reference line, which is going to be a 45 degrees line, where our capital tomorrow equals our capital today. So this is like the 45 degrees line where our y equals our x, basically, in our graph. And on top of it, we are going to plot our capital accumulation equation, which is basically this equation here, plot as a line that exhibits that exhibits this diminishing gradient, because we know that our production function exhibits diminishing returns to capital per worker. I forgot the AT, FKT plus 1 minus delta KT. Great. So what we're saying is that capital initially grows faster and then the rate at which capital grows decreases. So what actually happens? So we are going to start with a point, for example, let's say here. And this point represents level of capital KT today, right? So this is the capital at the beginning of period T. And if capital were to be the same today and tomorrow, our level of capital tomorrow would be here. However, we know it's not the case because we know that this is not the way that capital accumulates, but instead this is the way that capital accumulates. So in order to find the level of capital today corresponding to KT capital today, is going to be by projecting our level of capital today onto our capital accumulation function. So that here we would still have our KT, but here we would have KT plus 1. So this point here that we just found, it represents the capital at the end of T, or at the beginning of T plus 1. So for example, if this is level of capital on the, let's say, 31st of December 2025, sorry, apologies, on the 1st of January 2025, because we said that we are talking about the beginning, 1st January 2025, it means that at the end of 2025, so on the 31st December 2025, we will be here. And also at the beginning of 2026, so on the 1st of January 2026, we will still be at KT plus 1. Now, where will we be on the 1st of January 2027? Well, in order to find that out, we need to see what would happen at the end of 2026, and we would be here. So this would be our 31st of December 2026. And this would be our KT plus 2, which would be projected on the 1st of January 2027. And we continue with this mapping. So here we are at KT plus 2. And if we want to find KT plus 3, we do the same reasoning. So again, this would be our 31st of December 2027, and this would be our 1st of January 2028, and so on and so forth, until we reach this point. What happens at this point? This is the steady state level of capital. Because here, capital today is going to start equal capital tomorrow. At this point, today and tomorrow show the same level of capital. And so what this graph is predicting is that capital converges to a steady state level. Notice that if we were to do the same reasoning, starting from a higher level of capital than the steady state predicts, we would obtain the same conclusion, meaning that now we started from a level of capital below the steady state, and we slowly accumulated capital until we converged to the new higher level of capital. However, if we were to start from above, we would reach the same level of capital thanks to decumulation of capital. But we can definitely keep talking about such concept in the next video.